Hello everyone, this is TalesFan109 and welcome to Let's Play Alone in the Dark by Infogrames. So, this here is a weird resolution. Oh, this is a weird is it supposed to look like this? I've played this game before, but I don't remember such whatever. Anyways, Alone in the Dark is essentially the first 3D survival horror game, and I'm playing this because I recently picked up Alone in the Dark: The New Nightmare at a retro game store, so I figured I would just play this for the heck of it. I know I don't normally play a horror game when I'm already playing a horror game, but honestly, if you're scared of this game, you're probably just scared of blocky 3D graphics, because this game should not be scary.
On my door, a dull brass plate says Private Detective. The few friends I have call me Carnby. The others call me the Reptile. I don't care to think what my banker calls me. These days, I leave my letters unopened. Bills and threats to send in the receivers just ruin my day.
Oh, whoop.
When an antique dealer called Gloria Allen contacted me, I slipped into my best shirt, holstered my .38, and got to her shop as fast as I could. I was expecting something sordid. Blackmail, probably. Boy, was I wrong. What I was asked to do was visit a property called Dersetto and find a piano in the loft. It was an old piano with secret drawers. The kind people who buy stuff in antique stores go crazy over. The Dersetto house is supposed to be piled high with classy junk. Furniture, books, paintings. It looked like whoever owned Dersetto was about to get cleaned out. I was going to bring up the subject of money when Gloria Allen handed me $150 and a key. I kept myself from grinning at the thought of my banker's surprise. He doesn't like his victims getting away. I looked over a copy of the police report. The former owner of Dersetto, a guy called J. Hartwood, had hanged himself in the loft. The coroner concluded it was a clear-cut case of suicide. I promised Gloria Allen I'd give the place a look over. My report will be ready in a couple of days. I've been reading up on the history of the old house. It's the kind of place ghosts run away from in terror. Grisly murders, curses, lunacy. Luckily, devil worship makes me smile, so this is my idea of a paid vacation.
Oh, back in the 20s, $150 would have been somewhere between $2,000 to $3,000, so that's pretty good. This is just gonna be walking for a little while, so... This game is one of the games sort of responsible for the modern horror game. It was one of the games that helped to bring it into the mainstream, honestly. There were very few horror games before this came, and this was 4 years before Resident Evil. This game is what brought Capcom to actually set up the gameplay style of the classic Resident Evil games. Their other inspiration was Sweet Home, which Resident Evil started off as a remake as. So we actually get a good look at quite a few of the main hallways of the mansion. And as such, probably roughly half of the game. And well, that's the game begins. I'm going to save again. Yeah, I'm just gonna call the save A. Alright, so here is the game. In its wonderful pixelated glory. So we're gonna try and pick up this. Oh, there we go. Good. And let's just start looking around. Trying to run. Running is very finicky on modern PCs. You're supposed to like double tap the forward key, but if you do it too fast on modern PCs, you won't run. So the controls are very clunky today, and we'll be getting a lot of random items. Well, let's start checking the piano. That's what we're here for, after all. Nothing here. Well, keep looking. There's gotta be something here, right? I don't actually remember where it's at. It's somewhere behind the piano. Yeah, there we go. And we can read it.
They are coming! I have freed hellish forces, and now the price must be paid. Derceto is the prey of evil. The sun has set. They will find my body, but will not have my soul. I can imagine the master's fury and the terror in the hearts of his slaves. I hear their footsteps. Some may understand what I have done. May God forgive me. Farewell, Jeremy Hartwood.
Overacting is good acting! Oh, the music changed. What's going on? What's that? Ah, it's scary! It's a monster! I must kill it by kicking. Uh-oh. Yeah, I might actually be in a bit of trouble now. Let's get closer for the kicks. Thankfully, he does get stunned when hitting him, so we're just gonna do this till it dies. I don't even know what this is supposed to be. I've heard people call it a zombie chicken. Sure takes a lot of hits, though. Alright, there, he's dead. So there, I killed the first monster of the game, and boy, that was really scary. I suppose it would have been scary back in the day. Well, anyways, let's open that treasure chest, perhaps. Just take your time. Just take your time, Edward. Oh, what's going on? The trap door is opening, but why? Ah! It's a zombie! This is the scariest thing in the entire world. I'm so scared I'll never play video games again. Oh boy, he's actually getting me. Oh, he's actually getting me. Okay, he doesn't get stunned for as long. Thankfully, the kicks have decent range and is actually our strongest physical attack. Okay, I don't know why I wasn't attacking. Am I gonna die? Yep, there. So, there's our introductions to the first two enemies of the game. Our two common enemy types, zombie chickens and zombies. That's how they're introduced, and at the time, it probably would have been very scary. However, yeah, I lost health, so I'm not going to do that. Instead, I'm gonna start the game over. And this time, we're going to prevent the encounters. I just wanted to demonstrate the introduction of the 2 enemies. And surprisingly, they give you the harder one first. We can push things. So we're going to push this here wardrobe over the window. And by doing this, the zombie chicken, or whatever it's called, will not be able to get in. And if we push this treasure chest over the trap door, the zombie won't be able to enter either, thus preventing the first 2 encounters and allowing us to preserve our health, because we only have 20 hit points, and there's only 3 healing items in the entire game. Thankfully, we do actually get a gun early on, but it only has 4 bullets. 4 bullets. That is not a lot. There is some ammo we can find, but... Oh, it's coming. Just there. See? He's trying to come in. But he couldn't make it, so that's that. And as for Mr. Zombie here... Just take your time, zombie. I've got plenty of time. Do-de-do-de-do-de-do-de-do-de-do. This is what people used to do for fun in the 1920s. Yep. And with that, those enemies have been thwarted. We'll never have to deal with them. Anyways, there's a book here.
Fragment of the Myth of the Golden Fleece. Translation, Edouard de Villeban. Hesperides Publications.
Then Perseus came across Ichios, who had been turned into stone. He spoke to his companions and said, "Beware of the Medusa. He who looks into their eyes is doomed to the same fate as that which befell poor Ichios, and will never more set eyes on Seriphos." "Must we go blindfolded?" asked Emelopes. "Take up your bronze shields and polish them until they flash in the sun," answered Perseus. "Fill your hearts with courage.
Yeah.
May Artemis guide us as though we were an arrow from her quiver." But Emelopes was not satisfied. "Why do that, Perseus? Is 3 inches of sharpened metal not enough to destroy these accursed creatures?" Then Perseus drew his sword, which shone and glittered in the sun, and with it he dazzled Emelopes. "Now what can you see?" the companions of Zeus' sons laughed. "Let us set to work, so that our shields may shine like mirrors."
And the only thing about every document being voice acted is that it just takes longer to have read than if I just read it myself. Oh boy, the running is so awkward. Again, this game was made for much slower computers than what we've got today. And then the music changes for absolutely no reason. Anyways, I don't think there's anything else here. Nothing important, yeah. But I will interact with this horse because we actually can. And we can make it rock, so that's pretty neat. So that's the first room of the game. Just gonna leave now. Got what I needed. And here we go, we're just gonna keep going. There's more stuff to get. Yeah, we get a few random sound effects here and there just to make the game feel a little more eerie and creepy. Oh, an oil can. We have to use this so that we can actually use the lantern later, because there's a couple of rooms that are dark and we'll need to be able to see. And we can only do that with a lamp, because otherwise it's like pitch dark. Alright, here we are. And I think this is a good spot to save the game. I'm going to want to show off every little detail of this game that could possibly scare you. Like that. Oh, and the game over screen. Yeah, there are instant death traps in this game. Do not treat this game as something unassuming. So we can't go around that way anymore, even though we could in the opening cutscene. So I guess we'll just go in here. Just take a look around. Why, the door's shut. What's going on? It's another spoopy scare this game has. Doors close on their own. They slam shut and make loud, echoing noises. Oh, we can use the key to open this chest and get an old cavalry saber. Look, it's a weapon. Cool. I can't wait to use it on a monster. Ah! Speak of the devil! It's so scary! I'm gonna kill you! Yeah! I'm doing it! Ow. Ow, stop hitting me! Stop hitting me! Ugh. How do you like that? There. There. I killed the zombie. It was very scary. Now what's in here? Look at this thing. It looks so properly put in place. It's so pretty. But what can I do with it? Nothing. Oh, what's that? Another scary zombie! Well, it broke. I'm gonna die. So yeah, let's not do it that way. Those are more enemy encounters that we, again, can avoid. You see, this door, it only shuts if we go centered on the rug. But if we don't go on the rug, the door will not close, and therefore, the zombie will not spawn. So we can once again avoid another encounter. We do need to get this cavalry saber, though. Not entirely viable to use as a weapon, since it breaks after just a few uses. But it is a puzzle item, so we will need it for much later in the game. Now this zombie that appears here will start showing up once we enter the room. However, we can close the door and the zombie will be too stupid to ever get inside. And with that, we're safe! Just like that. Okay, before I enter this next room, I am going to save because this is going to be a slightly trickier section of the game. So we're just going to go and pick up this vase because it's got something we need. And I'm actually going to get the rifle out. Why? Because it's another zombie chicken. No, don't open the door! Oh, gosh. Still alive. Alright, it's dead. I only lost 2 hit points. That's okay. But yeah, that is the first enemy encounter that is unavoidable and was probably one of the bigger scares in the game back in the day. The perspective shot was kind of nice. Yeah, see, this zombie will just wander there literally for all eternity trying to open that door and never being able to do so. So we don't even have to worry about him. Alright, so here's a little bathroom. We can open this up to actually find our first healing item inside here. It has a flask, which we can use to get some health back.
Ah.
And that gives us 10 extra hit points. And no, there is no max health limit. You can just keep restoring health. So as soon as you get a healing item, you should immediately use it. Oh, and this game does have an inventory limit. However, instead of being a set limit of items, it works based on weight. So the more expensive, the more heavy something is, the more weight it'll take up, and the less you'll be able to carry as a result. But we want to break this vase to get a key for another room. You know, I missed something actually. I'm pretty sure it was in here. Nothing important. That was a sound. Ah, it's locked, but we do have a key. And here we get some mirrors. These mirrors are important for a puzzle coming up right in here. Did that zombie just clip through the door? Interesting. Anyways, you see these two guys? If you attack, if you get too close, they will attack. We cannot kill them through ordinary means. And if they kill us, if they hit us, our mirrors break, which means we will not be able to progress, making the game impossible. But this is where that mirror clue comes into play from that book. We just place the mirrors here, and they cannot stand the reflection. It will kill them. And there we go. And with that, the third floor is complete. We are done with this first section of the game. We're roughly 25% there already. So I'd say that is a good spot to stop. And next video, I'm going to go downstairs. Who knows what awaits there? Until then, though, this has been Tales of 109, and have a nice day.